Welcome to MBM classes. Today we will see how to find the zeros of a polynomial geometrically, that is geometrical meaning of the zeros of the polynomial. Yesterday we saw the algebraic method, that is how to find the zeros of a polynomial algebraically. Suppose if p of x is given as x plus 2, we will take p of x is equal to 0, or in place of p of x we will be taking x plus 2. X plus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2 is the zeros of a polynomial algebraically. Same sum we will do it by graphical method. How to do it by graphical method? In 9th class you have learned how to plot the points of x and y, and also same points you plot it in the graph. For example, if you are taking p of x is equal to x plus 2, let us assume p of x as y and take it as y is equal to x plus 2. Now, we are going to give the values of x over here now. First take x is equal to 0. When you put x is equal to 0, your value of y will be equal to 2. Understood? Now you take y as 0. When you take y as 0, your value of x will be equal to minus 2. So the first coordinate is 0, 2 and the second coordinate is minus 2, 0. In the graph, I am going to plot 0, 2 over here. Where is 0, 2? 0 from x-axis and 2 from y-axis. So this is 0, 2. Let us name it as A. Second coordinate is minus 2, 0. So minus 2, 0 will be on the negative x-axis, where x is minus 2 and y is equal to 0. Now I am going to join A and B. When you are going to join A and B, it will be a straight line. So whenever there is a linear polynomial, the graph will always be a straight line. So from this, can I say what is the zero of a linear polynomial graphically, that is geometrically? It is nothing but the x coordinate of the point where the graph of y is equal to x plus 2 intersects the x-axis. That is this is the x coordinate. It is intersecting over here. So what is the x coordinate of this coordinates? Minus 2. So I can say minus 2 is the zeros of the polynomial. Are these two answers same? Yes. This is the way to represent the linear polynomial graphically. In the same way, we can represent it. We can represent the quadratic polynomial and the cubical polynomial graphically. So let us see how to represent y is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4 graphically. This is a quadratic polynomial. Why? Because the degree of this polynomial is 2. Now let us solve this polynomial. So first you are going to take the value of x as minus 2. So when you take the value of x as minus 2, so minus 2 whole square minus 3 into minus 2 minus 4. Minus 2 into minus 2 will give you 4, and minus 3 into minus 2 will give you plus 6. So 6 plus 4, 10, 10 minus 4 is 6. Second value is minus 1. So minus 1 whole square minus 3 into minus 1 minus 4. So minus 1 whole square will be minus 1. Here minus into minus will become plus. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Now let us take the value of x as 0. So y is equal to 0 square minus 3 into 0 minus 4. 0 square is 0 minus 0 minus 4. So my answer is minus 4. Now let us take the value of x as 1. So y is equal to 1 square minus 3 into 1 minus 4. So what is 1 square? 1 square is 1 only. Minus 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 minus 4. Minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7. Minus 7 plus 1 is minus 6. Now let us take the value of x as 2. 2 square minus 3 into 2 minus 4. So 2 square is 4 minus 6 minus 4. This minus 4 and plus 4 will get cancelled. So my answer is minus 6. Now let us take the value of x as 3. So y is equal to 3 square minus 3 into 3 minus 4. So 3 square is 9 minus 9 minus 4. So this minus 9 and plus 9 will get cancelled, and my answer is minus 4. Next, x is equal to 4. So y is equal to 4 square minus 3 into 4 minus 4. So 4 square is 16 minus 12 minus 4. So this is equal to 16 minus 16 is equal to 0. Now last value x is equal to 5. So y is equal to 5 square minus 3 into 5 minus 4. This is equal to 5 square is 25 minus 15 minus 4, that is 25 minus 19 is 6. Therefore we have got all the values, the same values are put over here. So these are the coordinates. Let us plot these coordinates now. So x is equal to minus 2 and y is 6. So come over here, x is minus 2 over here and y is 6 over here. So I will get the point over here and write it down, minus 2 comma 6. Let us name this point as A. So what is the second point now? Second point is minus 1 0. So x is minus 1 and y is 0. So write this coordinate as minus 1 comma 0. Let us name this point as B. Now what is your third point? 0 comma minus 4. So x is 0 and y is minus 4. So this is 0 comma minus 4. Fourth point is 1 comma minus 6. X is 1 and y is minus 6 over here. So this is the point 1 comma minus 6. Next point is 2 comma minus 6. So x is 2 and y is minus 6. This is the point 2 comma minus 6. So you can name this as C, this as D and this point as E. What is the next point? 3 comma minus 4. So x is 3 and y is minus 4 here. So D, E, this is F. Next one is 4 comma 0. X is 4 and y is 0. So this is 4 comma 0. Next one 5 comma 6. X is 5 and y is 6. This is 5 comma 6. So E, F, this is G and this is H. Now if you are going to join these points, you join with a free hand over here. You are going to see a parabola. This figure you call it as a parabola. Now where is the point meeting in x-axis, one y-axis? These are the 2 points where it is meeting in the x-axis on the x-axis line. This coordinate minus 1 comma 0 and 4 comma 0. So whenever you make a graph for the quadratic polynomial, you call this figure as a parabola. What is this figure called? This figure you call it as a parabola. Now what are all the zeros of the polynomial? Can you say what is the x coordinate over here? Minus 1. What is the x coordinate over here? 4. So what is my answer? Minus 1 and minus 4 and 4 are the zeros of the polynomial. So here also you can see. So in general you can say whenever the y coordinate is 0. So where are the y coordinates 0? This point, this coordinate. And here also y coordinate as 0. So for finding the zeros of the polynomial, what we have to do is we have to put the value of y as 0. So when you put the value of y as 0, I am getting minus 1 over here, also 4. So these two values are called the zeros of the polynomials. In the degree is 2, we got 2 zeros over here. But based on this parabola, many cases are there. We will see more cases now. Just now we saw the graph of a quadratic polynomial is a parabola. In these 3 cases arises, that is in the standard form of the polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c, which is a quadratic polynomial, we have to check whether a is greater than 0. That is, if a is positive, the graph will always open upwards. See, in all the 3 cases, the graph is opening upwards. In the first case, there is no 0 because it is not at all intersecting at x-axis. In the second case, you will be able to observe that it is meeting at one point, so we can say it has 1 0. In the third case, it is intersecting at 2 points, so we can say that it has got 2 zeros. So a quadratic polynomial will have at most 2 zeros. This is very important. the quadratic polynomial will have at most 2 zeros. This is first point you have to remember. And the second point is when A is positive, the graph will always open upwards at all times. Now let us consider the other case where A is less than 0. When A is less than 0, the parabola will be opening downwards like this. There is also three cases. In the first case, it is not at all intersecting, so there will not be any 0. Here it is intersecting at 1 point, so you will have 1 0. And here it is intersecting at 2 points, so you will have 2 zeros. So when A is negative, the parabola will be facing downwards. Here also there will be at most 2 zeros. So the quadratic polynomial will always have at most 2 zeros. This is very important point you should remember. It will have at most 2 zeros and the parabola will be always downward when A is less than 0. When A is greater than 0, it will be facing upward, and when A is less than 0, it will be facing downward. Now consider the zeros of a cubic polynomial. Why do you call this as a cubic polynomial? Because the highest degree is 3. So the cubic polynomial is given as y is equal to x cube minus 4x. Now we are going to take different values of x and find the values of y. Here I calculated all these values and got these values. This is for value of x I am getting 0. If you take minus 1, I am getting 3. For 0, you get 0. And for 1, you are getting minus 3. And for 2, you are getting 0. The calculation is same as you calculated in quadratic polynomial. Now, you are going to plot this point in a graph. After plotting, I observed that the points where it intersect the x-axis are minus 2, 0, 0, 0 and 2, 0. But we take only the x coordinate. So, minus 2, 0 and 2 are the zeros of this cubic polynomial. Y is equal to x cube minus 4x. In general, I can conclude a polynomial of degree n has at most n zeros. Suppose if you have a polynomial of degree 4, then it will have 4 zeros. Degree 5 will have 5 zeros. This goes on. Hope you understood the quadratic polynomial and the cubic polynomial, the graphical method. Now look at these following figures and say me how many zeros are there in this figure. For example, the first one. In the first one, it is intersecting at least one point in the x-axis. So we will have 1 0. What about second one? Second also only one point of intersection. So we will have 1 0. Third one also only one point over here. You should see only x-axis. So only 1 0. And the fourth one, see it is intersecting at 2 places. So we will have 2 zeros. Next one, again 2 places. So we will have 2 zeros. Here only one place. So only 1 0. Here no zeros as it is not intersecting the x-axis. Here 2 zeros. Here 1 0. Coming over here 1, 2, 3. 3 zeros here. 1, 2. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 zeros. Hope you understood this sum.